Honey, everything go okay?
Sean, you're not going to believe this. The doctor just told me it's surrounding my heart and organs. And I only have a 12% chance of making it. Pray for me, Sean. Please.
Karen, no, dear God. No, please, no.
I'll never forget the day I received that devastating phone call, and my whole world came crashing down. I thought her life was over. And although it's extremely painful and difficult for me to relive this nightmare, thankfully it was all part of God's plan, because my wife's near-death experience sent me on a quest. A quest that would save her life by uncovering the missing piece of the weight loss puzzle for hundreds of thousands of people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. A secret that has been hidden underground and unheard of until now. And you'll be even more excited to know it doesn't require you to change your diet or exercise more. Yet it instantly goes to work by stopping the storage of fat cells. After months of frustration, and failure, and disappointment of trying every diet and regimen under the sun, my bride and best friend in the world, Karen, a 60-year-old grandma from Michigan, used it to lose 11 pounds of stuck belly fat in the first week alone, losing over 30 pounds of life-threatening visceral fat directly from her lower belly region, hips, arms, and backside, miraculously transforming her menopause belly from flabby to firm in less than 8 weeks, restoring her energy levels and mental clarity back to the days of her youth, soothing all her aches and pains, revitalizing her sex drive, giving her the schoolgirl complexion she thought she would never get back, skyrocketing her confidence and self-esteem to entirely new levels, leaving her friends and family and doctors shocked and in awe, dying to know how she did it all so fast. An astounding breakthrough backed by clinical research that is so effective, so powerful, it finally exposes and eliminates the #1 hidden culprit of your troublesome belly fat, accelerated aging, and slow metabolism. It has absolutely nothing to do with your hormones or the metabolism your mom and dad gave you. This remarkably easy, over 40 protocol that takes as little as 10 seconds each day has been an anti-aging and longevity secret of the aging culture for centuries. But it was originally discovered inside the ancient Egyptian tomb of King Tut over 4,000 years ago. At first, I was extremely skeptical it could really be this easy. And then I tried this 10-second protocol myself, and my family watched in disbelief as my body instantly started eating its own fat, eliminating 21 pounds of my body's most stubborn abdominal fat, making my wife so proud she couldn't keep her hands off my sculpted abs. And we did it all without making one single change to our diet or exercise regimen. It was seemingly impossible for us to gain even a single pound because our bodies suddenly started incinerating everything we ate, from pizza and pasta to brownies and ice cream. Now you may be doubtful, and as unimaginable as it sounds, you too can eat all your favorite foods and experience these same benefits, because science proves this 100% natural remedy holds the key to electrifying your metabolism, controlling your blood sugar, and torching stubborn fat. The powers that be want you to think that your deteriorating health and weight gain is built into your DNA, that your genes are to blame. But it's not your genes, and it's not your fault. Because in the next 3 minutes, I'll share how Karen's close call with early death uncovered the hidden cause of your excess belly fat and slow metabolism. It's the real reason why your body's cells continuously store more and more fat inside them after you turn 40 years old, no matter how hard you diet or exercise. Never before told by powerful food and drug companies who survive by making you fatter and sicker. These facts were presented in double-blind, placebo-controlled studies published in the prestigious American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, Journal of International Medical Research, and premier journal Lipids, demonstrating 400% greater fat loss. The easiness of this daily ritual will shock you and turn everything you thought you knew about fat loss on its head. An odd but simplistic, zero-effort solution specifically designed for the metabolism of people over 40 that can be done anytime, anywhere to stop your body from storing fat, sending your body's fat cells directly to active tissue where it is instantly burned for energy. This ancient superfat secret has nothing to do with cutting carbs, using keto or paleo, intermittent fasting, counting calories, or high-intensity exercise. It's not fish oil, krill oil, MCTs, a diet pill, or Submagic Greens powder. Yet it's the one and only thing that your body needs for you to finally get the metabolism, flat belly, and slim body you deserve. In fact, After it saved Karen's life and completely transformed our bodies, we went on to share the solution with over 252,000 other regular folks just like you. From the 40-something mom or dad wanting their high school body back, to grandmas and grandpas in their 50s and 60s who need to lose weight fast because they're at risk for a heart attack or stroke.
My life is so different after being on this over 40 protocol. I lost 17 pounds when I first started, and it has just stayed off. I can wear all of the clothes that I could wear before, which is fantastic.
It's awesome. I have so much more energy. When I started, I was 234 pounds. And the day before I left for my wedding, I was down to 201.
You know, once you see results and you see results in your body and different changes and people are noticing, you get self-confidence again. You start having confidence, and everybody wants to have that.
And I'm not as tired in the afternoons as I was before. I mean, I just felt like I constantly either needed some sugar or caffeine, and I don't need that anymore.
It really was a no-brainer. It was really, really easy to follow. But I mean, once the weight started melting off, it gets addicting. I feel amazing. I've had more energy than I have in a long time.
And even doctors that I speak to while I'm working, they agree. I mean, they feel that it's safe and that it obviously works.
Okay, so the achievements that I've actually had using this protocol is I'm definitely not as tired. I have a lot more energy. My clothes are fitting a lot better.
I feel better in my clothes, and I think people underestimate how much self-confidence that gives you is when you can get up and you feel good in your clothes and you start your day off feeling good about yourself. I can wear more of my wardrobe again, which makes me feel better.
And it was the most simplified approach that I've seen yet to date. And it's so simple to follow. It just becomes a daily habit. I couldn't be happier with the results.
My clothes are looser. I've got more muscle.
I would say to everybody out there, try the over 40 protocol. It really does work. I mean, take it from me, I've tried everything. You'll start seeing results right away. And I would recommend it to everybody. My friends are on it now, my family members love it, I love it, and I'm a true believer of it.
Now that's pretty incredible. And this is really only the beginning, because every single day we get new real-life success stories just like this from all walks of life. Now I know you're probably skeptical and it may sound too good to be true, but it's not. And if you stick with me, I'll share the research to prove it so you can try this evidence-based over 40 protocol for yourself, just like we did. Because once Karen's belly fat started suffocating her heart and organs, forcing her into premature menopause, she had everything stacked against her. So if she can use it to reverse all her symptoms of aging and completely transform her body during menopause, anybody can. It doesn't matter if you're a man or woman in your 40s, 50s, or 60s who needs to lose 50 pounds or more, or you have that last 15 to 20 pounds of stubborn fat that just won't budge. Or maybe you just want to restore youthful energy and avoid age-related diseases. No matter what extreme diets you've attempted or how many hours of painful exercise you've endured, even if you think you've tried every trick in the book, but truth be told, you'll never hear about this unusual evidence-based discovery from your doctor, personal trainers, or dietitians. Until now, it's been hidden inside private research labs, hidden by the most heavily lobbied food and drug companies in the world. They knowingly do it just for the money because they have to protect the $185.2 billion that lines their greedy pockets every year. Which is why they'll ban this video the second they see it, because it threatens their livelihood and they need your money in order to survive. The same companies that use distorted reporting and bogus research to brainwash us into believing we need to rely on their deadly and ineffective drugs. And since our right to free speech is now under constant attack, pay close attention now before they catch wind of this video and force me to take it down. This knowledge that saved Karen's life and reshaped her body can do the same for you. Right now, for the first time ever, I'm pulling back the curtain to make this over 40 fat burning secret public. Just imagine, no more worrying about the diseases of aging like diabetes, heart disease, or cancer. No more insecurities about people staring at you in public or undressing in front of your spouse because you're embarrassed. No more hating mirrors and cameras or worrying about society's perception of you when ordering your favorite foods. Now you'll be able to indulge in your most intense cravings guilt-free. Your body will incinerate fat cells at such lightning speed, the stubborn fat stuck on your belly, backside, and love handles will quickly disappear. You clean out your arteries, reducing risk of heart disease. You decrease your chances of diabetes by controlling blood sugar and inhibit the growth of certain cancer cells. Your creaky, inflamed joints will be soothed as you renew each one of your cells from the inside out, rebooting your aging metabolism, reigniting your daily energy, making you look and feel years younger than your real age. Entire organs, from your heart and lungs to your stomach and intestines, even your sexual organs will be revitalized and return to their normal function. All while boosting immunity, shielding your body from viruses and diseases. It's time to stop feeling like you're an alien trapped inside somebody else's body from uncomfortable and annoying weight gain. It may sound far-fetched or hard to believe, but I urge you to pay close attention over the next few minutes. Because you too can enjoy all these benefits simply by sparing 10 seconds each day to use the over 40 solution I'm about to reveal. It's literally as easy as pouring yourself a cup of coffee each morning. Yes, it really is that simple. Hello, and thank you for joining me. My name is Sean Hatzel, and even though I've helped hundreds of thousands of people over the last 22 years as a fitness professional and best-selling author, I'm really no different than you. I'm just a simple guy who grew up in a middle-class family on a produce farm in a little town called Birch Run, Michigan, who somehow got lucky enough to marry the woman of my dreams. I'm also a proud father and a papa to 7 beautiful grandkids. However, my true passion is saving lives by providing clean, sustainable water to needy families in third world countries. We've helped build over 55 water wells for poverty-stricken men, women, and children in countries like Nicaragua, Zimbabwe, and Honduras. So I've witnessed firsthand what it's like to be unhealthy and malnourished. And just like the deficiencies that plague these third world countries, as you age, your body becomes deficient. That's what happened to Karen. It brings tears to my eyes and gets me choked up every time I talk about what my wife had to go through to uncover this revolutionary breakthrough. But my faith in God gives me a sense of duty and obligation to share this unknown, yet almost effortless new solution to eliminating belly fat. It all began when Karen and I first got married. We were madly in love, running one of the world's top 10 personal training studio franchises in Ann Arbor, Michigan, helping hundreds of local residents get healthy and fit. All our clients would rave about how Karen looked at least 10 years younger than her real age. She was a lean, healthy role model for our family, children, and all our local clients. Karen was active her entire life. I remember how proud I was watching her work out. She would run circles around our younger clients, just one of the many reasons I fell in love with her. But even though Karen kept eating healthy and exercising, just like she'd been doing since high school, the second she turned 40, her body suddenly began to change. She started storing more and more fat in unusual places like her upper belly, arms, hips, and backside. Her menstrual cycles were irregular and she had insomnia nearly every night. Little did we know, these were all warning signs of the horror story to come. She exercised every day, cardio, cycling, bodyweight exercises. She slaved away in the kitchen cooking healthy meals for our family. I had her try everything. Keto, paleo, Whole30, vegan, intermittent fasting, counting points and macros, diet pills, you name it, Karen tried it. And every time she tried something new, she would always get her hopes up and feel a false sense of security after losing a few pounds. Then, by week 2, the inevitable weight loss plateau would rear its ugly head, leading to more disappointment and frustration every time she stepped on the scale. I didn't know what else to do. I watched her do everything right. I tirelessly researched the latest scientific studies to find her a solution. No matter what we tried, we could never get Karen over the hump. Slowly but surely, the weight crept up until she woke up one day with over 30 extra pounds of dangerous stomach fat wrapped directly around her waistline. Every time she would try to button up her jeans, she could see and feel the excess flab hanging over top of her pants for the first time in her life. It was slowly chipping away at the identity she once had, destroying her confidence and self-esteem. Karen was convinced her body was ruined and thought I'd never love her or look at her the same way again. It's really embarrassing to admit this, but our intimacy completely vanished. And no matter how much I begged her to make love, she was so ashamed she didn't want me to see her naked. She hid in the closet every time she got dressed and started wearing baggy clothes, and secretly hid all her insecurities as a result of her embarrassing weight gain. If you've ever felt shame, sadness, anxiety, uncertainty, or self-hatred because of your excess body fat, you're not alone. I personally witnessed my best friend in the world go through a living hell with her body, so we know firsthand what you've been through and how you feel. Karen had these same feelings every day. Then in an instant, things got much worse. Close call with death, but strangely enough, God had other plans that would ultimately lead to this over 40 fat burning protocol, scientifically proven to quickly erase belly, arm, hip, and thigh fat. I was driving to the store when I saw Karen calling in after her colonoscopy appointment. The second she gave me the horrifying news, my heart started racing rapidly. I could feel the adrenaline rush in my chest, so I pulled over as quickly. Unattractive, insecure, vulnerable, alone. What I didn't realize at the time was Karen's unexplained weight gain. The reason nothing else worked was from a tiny little trigger hiding deep inside her that was rapidly multiplying her fat cells. It's the same trigger making every person in their 40s, 50s, and 60s get heavier on the scales with each passing year, even if your diet and exercise is the same. We know this for a fact because in just a second, you'll discover the little known root cause of your belly fat and the 10-second protocol you can use today to instantly stop fat storage. It all started to unravel at Karen's next checkup when the nurses noticed her belly was unusually bloated and hard to the touch. It was protruding outward so badly it made them suspicious, so they decided to run a CT scan. And that's when we discovered what was slowly killing Karen. We were waiting on the test results for what seemed like hours when her primary care doctor, Dr. Peters, finally came in to give us the bad news.
I'm sorry, I wish I had better news, but the radiation and chemo treatments have caused severe ovary damage and the excess weight is surrounding your heart and organs. Unfortunately, this isn't ordinary body fat. It's a deadly type of fat called acute visceral adipose tissue, or AVAT. There's no easy way to say this, but this dangerous type of fat possesses so many fatal health risks it's now known by the medical community as death fat. And it's currently found in the abdominal cavity in 7 out of 10 Americans. This means that 70% of the population has a belly issue that can increase their likelihood of early death by nearly 200%. Now, sadly, the visceral fat has pushed your blood pressure and cholesterol to dangerous levels, and it's dramatically increasing your risk for heart disease and stroke.
Dr. Peters went on to tell us how this deadly type of fat tricks your body into storing fat in overdrive, causing your belly to swell and bloat. If you're a man or woman over 40 and you can look down right now and you see 1 inch or more hanging over your waistline, chances are very high you suffer from AVAT, just like Karen did. It's a fact that's extremely concerning, and we knew it could steal years away from Karen's life if we didn't act fast. Karen was devastated, and I was beside myself. First, the cancer and weight gain, now AVAT. She kept thinking about our 7 grandkids. Would she live long enough to see them grow up, go to kindergarten, walk down the aisle, get married, and have kids of their own? Would we ever experience intimacy in our relationship again? Would we grow old together and see our golden years? All these unanswered questions haunted her day and night. It seemed like we had lost all hope, but pay close attention to what happened next, because it's the only breakthrough Karen needed, as proven in clinical research, using this 10-second remedy that can be done anytime, anywhere, to torch fat cells from your stubborn body parts. By this point, I was overwhelmed with burden and guilt about what happened to my wife. I felt like a fraud and a failure. After all, I was the fitness professional and so-called nutrition expert who gave her all the conventional methods we had used with our clients over the years. So I felt like it was my fault. All the passion and energy I poured into creating my best-selling online courses, all the direction I gave people on TV over the years, all the magazines I was featured in, all the lives I've transformed, placing first runner-up grand champion in the world-renowned Body for Life contest, all these accomplishments meant nothing if I couldn't find my best friend and soulmate a solution. I knew it was now or never. If I didn't help Karen heal her aging metabolism and get rid of her dangerous stomach fat, there was no telling what would happen to her health, our marriage, or our future. I kept praying every day, but had no clue God's plan to heal Karen was unfolding right before our very own eyes. It was a few months later when we went to see Karen's oncologist, Dr. Chan, for a follow-up cancer test and finally got some good news. Even though Karen was still dealing with extreme risk of AVAT being wrapped around her stomach, heart, and organs, at least she was finally in remission. Then, all of a sudden, something strange and unexpected happened. Something that would change everything, so make sure you listen closely. Right when we were leaving the doctor's office, Karen suddenly spotted a picture of a beautiful yellow flower on the wall. Although we were completely clueless at the time, this little yellow flower from Asia held the long-forgotten fat-burning secret that would flatten Karen's menopause belly and eliminate her AVAT. The picture had a tiny caption underneath with the letters AMA. Karen was curious, so she asked Dr. Chan what it stood for. She pointed at it and said,
AMA stands for Asian Mortality Advantage because that little yellow flower contains a special super fat that's been a longevity secret of my culture since the 1800s. But it was originally discovered inside the ancient tomb of King Tut over 4,000 years ago. Then, in 1978, researchers from the University of Wisconsin-Madison spent 9 years identifying over 200 studies worldwide for its ability to stop obesity and fight disease.
Dr. Chan reached into her file cabinet, pulled out a pamphlet, and handed it to us so we could learn more. But we were both just so relieved that Karen was finally cancer-free, we didn't give it a second thought. When we got home, I threw it in the junk drawer and forgot all about it. As the weeks passed, Karen was trying to be strong. Even though we caught the cancer just in time to save her, the damage to her body and self-worth was already done. It broke my heart, but Karen had already tried everything. Then, just when we thought we had exhausted all our options, our prayers were finally answered. It was just another spring morning when I pulled into my driveway and spotted a dandelion popping up in my front yard. I walked over, reached down to pull it out of the ground, and all of a sudden, I remembered the day Dr. Chan gave us that pamphlet with a picture of that yellow flower from Asia. Karen and Dr. Chan had built such a deep bond over the course of all her cancer treatments, I knew, without a doubt, I could trust the research. So I rushed into the house, ran to our junk drawer, and I started rummaging through the pile of junk until I found it. At this point, I had nothing to lose, so I started devouring every word. At first, it made me furious when I read all the bald-faced lies and bogus claims the most powerful, heavily lobbied food and drug companies in the world use to keep us all fatter and sicker. Just look around and it's obvious. There are more medicines, cosmetic surgeries, and weight loss procedures than any other time in history. They're all banking millions, yet 71.6% of all Americans are now obese or overweight. It's a broken system. That's why it's not your fault. And right now, you're gonna discover the real culprit of your stubborn fat, along with the 10-second protocol proven in dozens of peer-reviewed research studies to erase years of AVAT. After reviewing all the scientific literature, I finally discovered what Dr. Chan meant by the Asian mortality advantage and all the hard science behind this little yellow flower's miraculous benefits. Study after study showing how the special type of superfat found inside the seeds of this flower decreased incidences of diabetes by controlling blood sugar, inhibited the growth of certain cancer cells and limited artery plaque buildup, reducing risk of heart disease. But what I read next really blew me away because it finally uncovered the real root cause of Karen's bloated belly and AVAT. Even my certifications and textbook education over the last 22 years never taught me the #1 reason why people store so many more fat cells after turning 40. In fact, my entire identity as a fitness and nutrition expert was turned upside down after reading it. You see, all the years of stress, the processed foods, the sugar and toxins leading to weight gain, trigger your body to release an enzyme that is responsible for the rapid storage of this dangerous belly fat, as found in 7 out of 10 Americans. It's called lipoprotein lipase, or LPL for short, and it's now known as the obesity enzyme because it sits on the surface of your fat cells and pushes fat molecules into fatty tissue for storage. And since LPL is produced by stored body fat, every pound you gain after 40 makes your body release more and more of this fat storing enzyme. So the heavier you become, the more LPL your body produces. This is what happened to Karen, and it's one of the leading causes of the obesity epidemic today. When you were younger and lighter on the scales, levels of LPL were naturally lower, so your body automatically sent fat to active tissue to burn it for energy. That's the reason it was so much easier to keep the weight off in your 20s and 30s. I'm sure you can remember, which is precisely why it doesn't matter how much discipline or willpower you have after you turn 40 years old. The second you slow down even the tiniest little bit on your diet and exercise, your body's fat cells start multiplying rapidly and the weight starts piling on. It doesn't matter how much you exercise or try to eliminate carbs, sugar, or gluten by attempting today's most popular diets, whether it's low carb, keto, paleo, or vegan. If you don't understand how to turn off this obesity enzyme, you will continue to struggle with excessive fat storage. But when you block LPL using this over 40 superfat protocol, you stop the storage of fat cells that cause AVAT and belly bloat, allowing your body to use them for fuel instead. And when you stop fat storage, your belly gets a little flatter and a little firmer each day, helping you look and feel years younger than your real age. You get smaller in all the right places. You'll also gain lean muscle, which means more calories burned each day, accelerating the fat burning process even further. And dozens of research studies show there's no yo-yo dieting effect. Then there's an amazing metabolism healing aspect that cools down inflammation, keeps your arteries clean, lowers cholesterol and blood pressure, and balances your blood sugar. It truly is one of the most researched discoveries I've ever come across in my 22-year career. As Dr. Chan alluded to, the secret is found inside the seed of that magical yellow flower from Asia called the safflower, which contains a special superfat called conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA for short. And not just any type of CLA either. It's a highly specialized, potent version, so powerful and effective at blocking LPL, it increases your belly fat burning capacity up to 400%. In other words, this special type of CLA superfat sends fat cells straight to muscle tissue where it's instantly burned for energy, helping any person in their 40s, 50s, and 60s quickly shrink their waistline, eliminate belly bloat, and prevent the storage of death fat. That's all Karen did to completely flatten her menopause belly and transform her body in record time. She simply used this 10-second CLA fat hack each day. That's it. Within 1 week, her body started responding, just like when she was in her 20s and 30s. I'll never forget the day. It was just another Friday morning, her day to weigh in when Karen startled me out of bed.
Honey,
She said excitedly,
you're not going to believe this. I just got on the scale and lost 11 pounds, and I've only been using that CLA stuff you gave me for 7 days. I'm finally over the hump.
"What?" I boasted. "Are you sure?" I replied like I doubted her, thinking it was too good to be true. "Holy crap," I said in a surprising voice. "That's 1.5 pounds each day." Karen was so emotional, I could see the tears slowly start to well up in her eyes and she started to cry. "What's wrong?" I said. "You should be excited," as I gave her a big hug.
I feel like my metabolism has been working against me for so long. Seriously, Sean, this is the first time I've been excited about my body in over 3 years.
At that very moment, the tears of joy slowly started rolling down my cheeks, so I can only imagine how she felt. The changes Karen experienced over the next 2 weeks were mind-blowing to say the least. 11 pounds of visceral death fat gone in only 7 days, losing over 30 pounds of menopause-induced belly fat. Her belly was flatter than when she was in her 30s and 40s, and she looked just as good, if not better, at 60 years old than she did when I met her at 44. And it all happened in less than 8 weeks of her using this 10-second daily fat-burning ritual. And that was really only the beginning. Her confidence and self-esteem were finally restored. Karen was back. The Karen I remember from when we first got married. She started smiling more, laughing more, and we started having fun together for the first time in years. The benefits were so remarkable, it reignited the intimacy in our marriage, and we started making love again for the first time in months. Thank God! It was slowly putting a wedge between us, and now we were both finally on the same lovemaking page. What a relief. At Karen's next checkup, her primary care doctor gave her a risk assessment test and said she only had a 3.4% chance of having a heart attack or stroke in the next decade. He was elated, and we were blown away. Karen experienced a true miracle that stunned her entire family and medical team. She was no longer afraid of dying at a young age or worried about not seeing our 7 grandchildren grow up. It felt like 1,000 pounds was lifted off my shoulders. And let's not forget all the other amazing health benefits she started experiencing from using this CLA fat hack. Her achy, painful joints were renewed and rendered pain-free. Her brain was revitalized with clearer thinking. Her body was rejuvenated with younger-looking skin. And for the first time in 3 years, she started sleeping through the night. The hot flashes, chills, night sweats, mood swings, insomnia, and weight gain all disappeared. It was like she aged backwards at least 10 years in just a few short months. Now we could both finally see how it was all part of God's divine plan. Without Karen's cancer journey, this 10-second fat hack would not exist. It's all thanks to that underground pamphlet Dr. Chan handed us when we were leaving the doctor's office that day. There were dozens of double-blind, placebo-controlled human studies listed, the highest standard of research design, showing just how powerful this special type of CLA can be for burning stubborn body fat. The first one was published in the Journal of International Medical Research, where 20 participants were either given conjugated linoleic acid or an imposter to take daily for 12 weeks. At the end of the study period, the CLA group lost 20% of their body fat, while the placebo group lost no fat at all. In another double-blind, placebo-controlled human study conducted by renowned Swedish researcher Dr. Annika Smedman, those receiving conjugated linoleic acid lost 400% more fat than the placebo group over the course of 12 weeks. And this was all done without any change in diet and without the implementation of a regular exercise program. 400% greater fat loss? I thought, wow, now this little underground pamphlet really had my attention. Every study I read showed people who make no changes to their diet or exercise routines, but simply take 10 seconds each day to use this CLA fat hack, lose significantly more fat directly from their belly and abdominal region. The next study I read really hit home and got my attention. This double-blind, placebo-controlled human study, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition with more than 175 participants, resulted in the CLA group losing 8.7% of their total body fat, while the group taking the imposter gained weight. It also showed how this special type of CLA from safflower oil improved blood sugar, cholesterol, and inflammation. Subjects were asked not to change their diet or exercise routines during the study, further validating the intake of CLA as the only explanation for the vast difference in results between the two test groups. A third study conducted at the University of Barcelona, Spain, measuring the effects of CLA intake in 60 healthy men and women aged 35 to 65, found that subjects receiving conjugated linoleic acid lost significant body fat, 78% of which was from the belly region, while the placebo group once again actually gained weight. Clearly, research shows CLA to be the #1 fat for burning unwanted belly flab through its unique ability to activate the full fat burning potential of each cell. But there was still one more big challenge we needed to overcome. Dr. Chan's handout said you could only get an effective dose of high-quality CLA in one of two ways. The first way to obtain adequate CLA is from the regular consumption of grass-fed beef and dairy fats. However, the scientifically effective amount of conjugated linoleic acid, the daily amount necessary to obtain its belly fat-burning benefits, is upwards of 2 grams per day, an amount that makes obtaining this level a virtual impossibility through beef and dairy products alone. For example, in order to get the research-backed 2-gram dose each day of CLA, you would need to stuff yourself with 12 pounds of beef, 25 pounds of cheddar cheese, 5.5 sticks of butter, 7.5 gallons of milk, or 78 8-ounce containers of yogurt every single day of the week. Now, it's pretty obvious the excess calories would far outweigh all the evidence-based fat-burning benefits of CLA, and there's no way any of us could consume this much food every day. It would be next to impossible, not to mention the extraordinary expenses. But what if you could get the scientifically effective level of CLA daily in the form of an easy-to-take capsule without having to choke down pounds of beef and dairy products each and every day? And what if you could do it along with the addition of another ingredient to increase your results 60% beyond what conjugated linoleic acid is able to provide by itself? That's exactly what Dr. Chan showed us how to do by extracting it directly from the seeds of the safflower. But before we could share this fat-burning breakthrough with the people we loved and cared about, we wanted to make 100% sure our new revolutionary formula would work for both men and women over 40. So after Karen's amazing body transformation, I decided to put this fat-burning superfat to the test on my own body to further validate its effectiveness. And just 10 weeks later, my body fat reached their lowest levels ever, and I had chiseled abs for the first time since I was in my early 30s. In fact, the results were so unbelievable, people on social media actually accused me of photoshopping my pictures. By this point, we were both so excited with our own personal results, we made it our life's mission to share this fat-burning secret with the world. But we needed help sourcing the highest quality ingredients available, so we teamed up with Dr. Chan to create our own world-class formulation. You see, in addition to being a board-certified oncologist publishing her own research papers in the prestigious Journal of Clinical Oncology, she's also been studying Eastern medicine and nutrition for over 17 years to help her patients live longer, fitter, healthier lives. What impressed us most about Dr. Chan was her unwavering commitment to help us find the highest quality potency and purity available. She told us there were 2 secrets that made this particular type of CLA so powerful and effective at stopping fat storage, stabilizing blood sugar, reducing inflammation, and improving blood lipids. The first secret is that it must include both the C9T11 isomer and the C10T12 isomer. These are the only 2 CLA isomers proven in clinical research to block lipoprotein lipase and burn fat directly from the belly region, stopping the storage of ABAT. This is critically important because the powerful fat-burning effects of conjugated linoleic acid, along with its flawless safety record, can only be recognized when both these isomers are equally present in a 1-to-1 ratio. That's what melted away our belly fat so fast. But what if we could make this fat-blasting CLA isomer combo of superfats even more powerful? What if we could take it from an incredible research-backed formula to a supplement so potent that it stands alone in a class above and beyond any supplement of its kind for people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s? Well, that's exactly what Dr. Chan helped us do by adding certified bioperin to an already extremely effective formula. You see, this patented black pepper extract has been shown to enhance absorption of CLA up to 60%. By combining both isomers of conjugated linoleic acid with bioperin, you get the best of both worlds, meaning 60% more belly fat burning power in as little as 10 seconds each day. And it's only available together as part of our ultra advanced formula. But there was still one last problem we had to solve to make this super formulation worth your time, effort, and investment. All the private labeling companies we considered using were cutting corners and providing cheaper, adulterated, inferior types of CLA that don't include both isomers or patented bioperin. This is a deceptive practice used by 95% of all supplement companies called fairy dusting. It's when a company sprinkles popular ingredients into a product in minuscule amounts that are nothing more than window dressing. A waste of your time and money. In our minds, that's unacceptable. So we decided to use our own company, Beyond 40, to source the highest quality combination of CLA containing the 1-to-1 ratio of C9T11 and the C10T12 isomers. A few months later, our formulation was finally completed, and together with bioperin, we called this dynamic trio of fat-fighting superfats LeanBelly 3X. 3 scientifically backed ingredients, when taken together, will give you a lean belly 3 times faster than diet or exercise alone. We exclusively use the same research-backed 1-to-1 ratio in LeanBelly 3X at the same exact levels shown to be effective in research, further ensuring that what you get with Beyond 40 LeanBelly 3X is exactly what science shows is best. Essentially, by combining both research-backed CLA isomers with bioperin, you get the best of both worlds. Decreased fat storage via conjugated linoleic acid, and increased fat burning by way of bioperin. It's made with natural ingredients, so there's no artificial flavors, colors, preservatives, stimulants, or gluten particles of any kind. And unlike every other company out there pushing cheap versions of tainted CLA that don't include both isomers and provide 60% less absorption because they don't contain bioperin, every batch of LeanBelly 3X is tested by third-party labs. So you know what's listed on the label is actually inside the bottle, guaranteeing only the highest quality, purity, and potency available. Now admittedly, that's a lot of science and real-world proof, but the take-home message to remember is this. LeanBelly 3X works with your body's natural biology to increase fat burning and reduce fat storage without any harmful stimulants. Yup, that's right. Burn more fat and store less fat. It really is that simple. And even better, LeanBelly 3X couldn't be any easier to benefit from. Just take 2 capsules with your first meal of the day and 2 more with dinner, and let the science do the rest. Try it now and experience the same benefits Karen, me, and over 255,000 other people have experienced. If you're anything like us, you're ready for something innovative, something new, something that finally works. It all starts right now by saying enough is enough. I'm ready for the transformation LeanBelly 3X can bring into my life. There's never been a combination of ingredients this powerful made available anywhere, and there never will be ever again. Boosting your metabolism and electrifying your daily energy with LeanBelly 3X is so simple, it will feel like it's too good to be true. Without slaving away on a treadmill, sacrificing your favorite foods, or following some strict, complicated diet. Of course, let's not forget the cellular level healing powers of this dynamic trio, like decreased inflammation, cleaner arteries, stabilized blood sugar, and protection from cancer cell growth. At this point, you're probably wondering how you can obtain LeanBelly 3X for yourself, along with the price for such a breakthrough quality formula. Both great questions. Because we only use premium research-backed levels of each ingredient in LeanBelly 3X, combined with the cost of third-party testing in only the highest quality GMP certified manufacturing facilities, the cost to produce LeanBelly 3X is 400 to 500% higher than many of the low-quality, ineffective dietary supplements available on the market today. Beyond that, science shows the ingredients in LeanBelly 3X actually work at the precise levels included in this revolutionary formula. And we stand behind that claim like literally no other supplement does or ever will. What do I mean? Simply put, we are so incredibly confident that you will significantly flatten your belly, improve your health, and increase your energy as a result of using LeanBelly 3X, so much so that we back each and every bottle with our state-of-the-art, industry-leading 60-day unconditional money-back guarantee. I want you to do me a favor. Think about all the money you've spent and all the valuable time you've wasted over the years on so-called weight loss and flat belly solutions that did nothing but leave you frustrated and disappointed. It's annoying to think about how much money Karen and I flushed down the toilet over the years, and I'm sure you can relate. Now, how much would something that actually works, a true solution that finally helps put an end to your belly fat struggles once and for all, be worth to you? $1,000? $500? I'm sure you've probably spent at least that much over the years without much in the way of results to show for it, just like we did. And while we are guaranteeing your satisfaction with Beyond 40 LeanBelly 3X, obtaining access to this true fat blasting and weight slimming solution isn't going to cost you $1,000 or $500. In fact, it's not $400, $300, or even $200. Although I'm sure you'd agree that finally losing your unwanted, unattractive belly fat without the pain and suffering of more wasted time, effort, and money would be completely worth that price. Instead, the normal price you would pay today for a 30-day supply of LeanBelly 3X is just $97. But you know what? Karen and I want to make this even better for you. Because you showed us and yourself that you are committed to ridding yourself of excess flab and improving your health, or you wouldn't have watched this entire video. If you order right now, we're going to reward you with a 30-day supply of LeanBelly 3X for just $59. And here's the best part. When you choose to invest in our most popular 90-day supply package or our best deal, 180-day supply package, we're going to give you an additional sizable discount on top of today's already reduced price. That said, we're only able to guarantee this price until our current inventory runs out. Because the price for the premium raw ingredients contained in LeanBelly 3X is constantly changing due to supply and demand, our pricing is constantly being reevaluated. It's another reason why stocking up and saving today is a smart option. And by the way, that's not marketing hype. That's the cold, hard, honest truth. It's also important to know that LeanBelly 3X is the only product in the world to contain the specialized formula of premium triglyceride CLA at research-proven levels and in the exact ratio research has shown to be effective, along with the premium and patented absorption-boosting bioperine. Furthermore, to protect you from fake knockoffs and offer you the lowest price possible by cutting out all the middlemen, please know that the only place you can buy LeanBelly 3X is direct through Beyond 40 right here on this website. And because LeanBelly 3X is not available through any third-party website or retail store, this also ensures you'll be taken care of directly by our premium in-house customer care team and not a lesser quality third party. In fact, our world-class level of service is known to stand head and shoulders above the rest of the industry. A big reason why Beyond 40 has an impeccable track record. So, provided LeanBelly 3X is still in stock, you should see a table appear below this video with 3 money-saving options for you to choose from. If you don't see it, that means we temporarily sold out. In which case you can contact our customer care department and they'll be happy to add you to our backorder notification list. If you do see those 3 options below, however, make sure you secure your order today while we still have availability and are able to offer the current pricing. Here's exactly what to do. For fastest service, simply choose your money-saving package below this video and then click the yellow Add to Cart button to reserve your discounted order of LeanBelly 3X and proceed to our secure order form. And don't worry, your order information is 100% safe and secure. We use the same online security system as trusted companies like Amazon. And if that wasn't enough, you'll also receive free email support from our team of trained health and nutrition coaches to make certain every aspect of your flat belly transformation is fully supported. Just one more way we assure your success at Beyond 40 with our industry-leading team of experts. As you can probably tell, at Beyond 40, we do things a lot differently than the majority of companies in the nutritional supplement industry. You see, instead of our wallets, our number one priority is you, your results, and making sure you're taken great care of, which is why I want to take a moment to reiterate our guarantee to you. When you use LeanBelly 3X, you will be thrilled with the results or your money back. After all, as we've shared with you today, the ingredients we've included in LeanBelly 3X are shown through top-rated, peer-reviewed research to dramatically increase your body's ability to burn fat, while also decreasing its ability to store fat. A second-to-none winning combination when it comes to achieving your flattest stomach in record time. As a first-time LeanBelly 3X user, you have yet to experience those results, and we understand that you may still be a little skeptical. After all, I'm sure you've tried other weight loss products with little to no results due to other companies using cheap ingredients, cheap manufacturing, and inferior unscientific formulas not backed by research. Of course, that couldn't be further from who Beyond 40 is or what our products deliver, but the fact still remains, you work hard for every penny you earn, and you deserve to know your purchase is fully protected, and it is, by our 60-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Simply put, that means you can try LeanBelly 3X today, and if at any point over the next 8 weeks, you feel LeanBelly 3X isn't for you, for any reason whatsoever, you can get a prompt, courteous, unconditional refund of even empty bottles by emailing our customer support team at support@beyond40.com or by using the quick contact form on our website. And if you didn't jot that down, don't worry. Our contact information will be on your receipt, and we're very easy to get a hold of. Well, here we are. You are now standing at a fork in the road, staring down two possible paths to choose from. On one side is a road that leads to more disappointment, frustration, weight gain, and further health risk as more and more belly fat traps your body, firmly grabbing hold of every aspect of your life. As you travel this road, you'll continuously struggle with unsuccessful bouts of dieting and exhausting exercise, all for seemingly nothing as the reading on the scale and the image in the mirror only continue to fall further and further away from your goals. Despite all your efforts, your health and energy will continue to decline as your waist expands and your self-esteem decreases. And even worse than the devastating consequences this road will have on you, your physical health and your emotional well-being, is the heavy toll this uncomfortable path will ultimately take on your family, your loved ones, and all those closest to you as they watch your health deteriorate and your potential go unrealized. But it doesn't have to be this way. You see, there lies that other road, a road where you are in total control of your metabolism, your waistline, and ultimately your fat loss destiny. On this road, the journey to a flatter belly is much more enjoyable, stress, and carefree, knowing that the smooth, firm ground you walk on has been paid by the hundreds of hours of research we've already done on your behalf. It's the same road Karen and I are finally on together. And it's the only road that brings you closer to your new body and firmer midsection with each passing day. Burning belly fat and producing the consistent, visible, noticeable, motivating results that leave you feeling unstoppable with each and every step you take until one day, not too far off, you're looking back in the mirror and realizing that the body that was once your dream body is now your body, just like Karen. As a nutrition expert and fitness professional who has dedicated my life to helping others, it is my genuine hope that this path is the direction you choose and experience. And I know it's the path that you also desire for yourself. So now's your chance. Your one opportunity to forgo the past and get started today toward a new bright future, where you're once again in the driver's seat, taking full control of your body, your waistline, and your life. I speak for Karen and the entire Beyond 40 team when I say that we couldn't be more excited to work with you and help you along the new path that you are choosing today. We're incredibly proud of you, and we want you to know that we'll be here for you, with you, every step of the way. So make it a great day. Select your money-saving package below and click the Add to Cart button to secure your discounted purchase of LeanBelly 3X and get started towards your new future, your new body, and your new slimmer waistline right now.
Well, I really wanted to lose some inches and feel more comfortable in my clothing. And I wanted to lose a total of 20 pounds, which I knew was very unrealistic for 3 weeks. I ended up losing 8 pounds and 11 inches. So I feel really, really good about that.
I'm feeling light, which is nice. I am feeling strong.
I mean, I've tried a lot of different things, and it's like, why does it work for somebody else, but to me it does not work? So this one here has really, really worked.
You can tell from my measurements. I was really surprised. I hadn't measured myself at all, except for my thighs once, because I was able to fit in some shorts. So I measured my thighs and I knew I'd lost some inches on my thighs, but it was really great to see everywhere.
Every week you can have your favorite foods. So that's a biggie, and I think that's why this one here is a big success.
I feel better, more alert. At my job, I have to go out in the plant a lot, so I walk a lot.